Good afternoon, or evening, I guess. We're getting toward evening now.
Technically
just
still.
about, yeah. Is it after 5? Dar Danielson along with Lance Reno on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Glad to have you along. We're into the final classes of the day, Class 1A, the final matches, I should say, in Class 1A as we move toward the semifinals. And, Lance, this is another one of those where Powerhouse meets a newcomer back to the tournament for the first time in 30 years. Janesville Wildcats working on a string of 3 state championships and again coming in with a good team. And then Gladbrook-Reinbeck, they went to state, finished second in 1988, and they return here for the first time in 30 years. So
the girls have said with the success of the boys program, it's their turn this year. The boys did not make the playoffs in football. Or they did. They made them, but they didn't get very far. And so the girls have come here with a mission to prove to everybody that they are one of the better teams in the state. Of course, that's from down in my neighborhood, Janesville. You're somewhat of a stranger to that community, I understand.
My home stopping grounds, although Gladbrook-Reinbeck always drove through there, usually on the way home from Des Moines, taking the back roads, the old highway there, and coming through. And we're about ready to get started here tonight with the starting lineups.
Janesville was ranked number 1 on the poll for this class, and also they're the number 1 seed. Gladbrook-Reinbeck, number 8, was 11th on the poll. They got through where Grundy Center normally has been here.
Outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Gene Berger of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to the school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Janesville, Emily Stensland.
Emily Stensland of Janesville, the fan here.
And from Gladbrook-Reinbeck,
Jane Sterler.
Something like that.
From Gladbrook-Reinbeck. And it's kind of nice that they recognize the fans.
The Wildcats of Janesville, the non-starters. Number 4, Kennedy Ricken. Number 5, Lily Nielsen. Number 9, Naomi Hamenga. Number 8, Chloe McCarville. Number 11, Mara Fitzgerald. Number 12, Kennedy Eastman. Number 13, Mackenzie Mengen. Number 15, Chloe Keeney. The assistant coaches are Todd Bergen and Dana Sorensen. Now for the starters. Number 2, Bree Thompson. Number 3, Grace Hamenga. Number 6, Bailey Hoff. Number 7, Alisa Mengen. Number 10, Gabby Gergen. Number 16, Julia Meister. The libero is number 1, Lily Lickway. The head coach is Shelley Sorensen. Now let's meet the Rebels from Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Number 1, Ellen Ellenberger. Number 5, Reagan Skokar. Number 7, Stephanie Kehoe. Number 10, Jada Schlamp. Number 11, Rachel Cooley. Number 13, Brianna Strobing. Number 14, Katie Clark. Number 17, Ella Murphy. The assistant coach is Chris Keel. Now let's meet the starters. Number 2, Rachel Scarf. Number 4, Sari Deal. Number 6, Justina Eggers. Number 9, Haley Menendez. Number 12, Madison Denny Weber. Number 16, Mariah Whitgreen. The libero is number 15, Alyssa Morgan. The head coach is Paula Kelly.
Starting lineups brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake. Buena Vista University is the center of the action. You'll have to see it to believe it. And looking here, there's
nobody
black
home.
And gold to the right there, and blue and white all the way behind us and around, Lance.
There's nobody home in either Gladbrook or Reinbeck.
Gladbrook-Reinbeck and Janesville, I think, is a little empty tonight, too, as everybody coming down to watch the
hopefully the last
Wildcats.
one out of town remember to turn off the light. So how you seeing this matchup?
Well, I think it's, again, these Wildcats, they have the experience. They're a great defensive team. They have some stars there in Lichtweg, also Rieken, some of these Meister, these players that have played before, they have the experience. But Gladbrook-Reinbeck getting down here, what do you got to lose? You're here.
Nothing.
You don't come down to, concede to the other team because they're higher rated, and we'll see what happens. You just got to go for it. You got to hope you play through those nerves of being down here. The Wildcats probably know a little bit more about how to do that, and we'll see how it plays out here tonight. But
this may turn out to be who has the tougher conference.
Yeah, well, and Janesville's played some tougher competition. They did beat Dowling Catholic, which is a 5A qualifier, and they played Dike-New Hartford. They lost to them. They played Cedar Falls, which is the number 1 rated team 5. Lost to them in a tournament, but they played up quite a bit. They played Kemper Catholic, Independence. They split with them, so they try to schedule teams that are a little bit up in their class to try to build them up. Not worrying about losing during the regular season, but building to the future and to here this tournament. As we're just about ready to get underway, Haley Berendez will get it started here for the Gladbrook-Reinbeck Rebels. Set up. Handled by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. They'll pass it over. Drop it in there, right in the middle is Sari Keel. Gets the first point for the Rebels. And that's always got to feel good. Your first time down here, you get that first point.
And those nerves go away.
Haley Berendez serves back there. And Lichtweg sends it ahead. And in the net. And now Janesville, that's not saying they won't have a few butterflies either, because, you have some of the players back, but you have new players that fit in. And Justina Eggers gets the kill on that one. Set up outside. Handled by the libero. Now outside set, and the kill is down and good again by Sari Keel for Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
As she goes, the team goes. So far, she's their spiritual leader and on-court leader for the Rebels.
Janesville, a little trouble getting it across, and they fall behind quickly here, 4-0. And serving again is Berendez. Set up in the middle. Cross court blocked, handled by the Rebels. They go outside with it. Berendez gets the kill off the top of the net. 5-0 run.
Not pretty.
Shelly Sorensen wants a timeout here. We'll take a break. Come back with more after this on the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
On the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. We're back here, and Janesville falls down 5-0. And serving is Berendez here to open up this first set. A little outside on that. They'll drop it in. Gladbrook-Reinbeck Sets it out. Berendez. Over. Now set up for her again. And that's in the back corner there. So Janesville still trying to figure this out here, down 6-0. And Berendez serving. Lickweg, the libero, handles it. Now up and over. Drops in there. Can they get it? They keep it alive. Berendez will get it over. Set it outside for Bengen. Bengen drops it down the line for a point for Janesville.
Substitution coming in for Gladbrook is number 10, Jada Schlemp.
And in for Janesville, number 4, Kennedy Rieken. That's your IMT insurance substitution. Since 1884, you can be worry-free with IMT. Here's the Janesville serve. Now trailing 6-1. Berendez, Lickweg handles it. Over. Now they'll play it back over to Berendez. Blocked. Bumped up by the libero. Now they'll step it in. Lickweg tries to get there, but can't. And it's 7-1. Gladbrook-Reinbeck going back to serve Rachel Scarf.
Mariah Whittegrew or Grieve into the Gladbrook lineup.
You take out the libero. Lickweg, the libero for Janesville. Bumps that up and down, and that'll go wide on the kill by Bree Thompson, the 5'11 senior. And now back to serve Alyssa Bengen. 7-2 Janesville. First set here. Up ahead, and they dump it over. And Janesville keeps it alive. And not going to get that one as Keel.
We were told by some who have been covering Gladbrook that the player for them to look at is Keel, but early on here it's Berendez who has put him on her back.
Rachel Cooley in to serve. Rebels leading 8-2. Lickweg. Outside, cross court, and they handle it. Off the shot by Bree Thompson. And they'll send it over. Set up again. And down with the kill is Bree Thompson. Bree Thompson, her second kill here, and it's 8-3. Lickweg will go back to serve. The libero for the Wildcats. Bumped up. So a little short set there and a mishandle. Madison Denny Weber, and it's 8-4.
That was a tough play for her, but she almost got it done.
Here's Lickweg. That one's going to go long, and at the last second, Alyssa Morgan sticks the hand in there and made a late decision, and it's going to be an ace serve, 8-5. So that's one of the things Janesville, having been here, you'll see they've so far coming back from that early run by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Set back, and that'll be long, and 8-6.
Sometimes a team can get too pumped when they've got a rally going.
What is that, 4 in a row
yes.
for Janesville now? And Lily Lickweg serving. Back row, they can't handle it again, and there's an ace. And we're within a point here. Janesville in this first set within a point, 8-7. Lickweg serving. She's on a string. Low serve handled. Now they set it up outside. Long shot there. Back up in the middle. Bree Thompson sends it home. Tied up. Lickweg to serve again. The Wildcats looking for their first lead. Handled by the libero. It's going to go right over and then dropped right in there by Bree Thompson. And we've talked about that so much, Lance. And there's a timeout. Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Janesville comes roaring back here. They now lead 9-8. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Paula Kelly of Gladbrook-Reinbeck calls a timeout after Janesville's run off, 9? Or no, it'd be 8 in a row.
Yep.
After getting the side out, right?
It was 8-2.
8-2. So 7
yes.
in a row. Okay, my old Janesville math teachers are going to be upset. One of them is sitting up there in the stands, so hopefully she's not watching this.
She's got it on her cell phone. You're
bumped
in trouble.
up, set outside. And Lickwig now will set it up for Bree Thompson. She drops it in there. Thompson comes back with a hammer.
A lot of overspin on that one, which made it a very tough attempt for Gladbrook to try to get it back.
Janesville now up 10-8. 4 kills already for Bree Thompson, and Lickwig still back there wearing out a path serving on that left side. Quick bump over. Lickwig has it. Set by Bengen. Thompson gets the kill, and that one almost came up to us.
I noticed you were ready to catch that.
Yeah, I was.
You had your New Balances ready to go.
I talked to Jean Berger, the head of the girls' union, and between games and gave her a thumbs up on that catch the ball she made there. Here's Gladbrook-Reinbeck outside. They'll dump it in there, or Keel rather, and that one's going to go long. So
that breaks the run.
Bree Thompson misses that time, and it breaks. How many we get in a row there, Lance?
You had 9.
9 straight points by the Wildcats.
That's the longest run that we've seen, at least I've seen here at
this tournament. Yeah,
all the games.
Sorry,
so far.
Cool. Well, then we have 11-1 run against Dyke. Yeah, so just a little more. That one dumps over. Now Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Keel will have to get it over. Lickwig drops it back. Thompson cross court. And Alyssa Morgan defenseless there, the 5'5" sophomore libero for the Rebels. Can't handle that one. And Bree Thompson will serve as Rican came out on the substitution, the IMT insurance substitution. Lickwig bumps it up, set up, and kill there by Julia Meister, the 5'6" junior middle hitter for the Wildcats.
Nicely set up from the right side to the left side of the Janesville court.
After the slow start, the Wildcats starting to get their offense going, and there's the serve into the middle. Now set up. Keel. And just dumped over there by Jada Schlamp.
Good anticipation. She moved into the right spot. Right now it looks like the front lines for these two teams are pretty even height-wise.
Here's the serve. Lickwig handles it for the Wildcats. Set back. And they keep it alive. Dumped back over by the Wildcats. Outside. Cross court. Lickwig gets to it. They'll have to get it over now. They do. Just dump in there. Wildcats are ready that time. Cross court. Almost into the bench, but they save it. Good job by Keel. Lickwig. Now dump it over. Diving again. Drop it in. Long rally going now. Back over. This time they'll set it outside. And off the block it comes over. Just gets over the net. Keep it alive. Back over again. Now dump over. Oh, and that time just a quick hit there.
I didn't catch that number, but
that was Madison Denny Weber with the kill.
Give credit to Gladbrook's Rachel Scarf. Her early plays there near the net kept that rally alive.
Set up outside, cross court. They return it. Now back out. Bengen sets it. And the kill. Julia Meister puts it away. 3-point lead by the Wildcats.
Now we're into it. Both teams have settled in. The butterflies are gone.
Gabby Gergen serving. Set outside. And blocked, but through the block there by Haley Berendez. She's been big early on for the Rebels.
She's been the glue for him.
Serving is
Denny Weber, Madison Denny Weber serving. And
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the U.S. Cellular Center in downtown Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 2018 Iowa Girls High School State Volleyball Tournament. Alongside Trent Condon, my name is Jamie Brockman, and we're ready to bring you this Class 1A quarterfinal round matchup here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Well, we're down to the final class of quarterfinal round games to finish out the first 2 days here of the state volleyball tournament. We've seen some great action so far through 5A, 4A, 3A, and 2A. Really no major upsets. The only one that stands out to me right now is in Class 3A, where number 6 seed Mount Vernon defeated number 3 seed MOC Floyd Valley. A couple 5 seeds have made it through, defeating a 4 seed. Other than that, the seedings have pretty much held out like they should, and semifinals are set in 4 of the 5 classes, and here in a couple hours we'll have the semifinals set for Class 1A as well. Match you'll see right here will be the number 2 seed Galen Catholic. They come in 27-4. They'll face the number 7 seed East Mills, who comes in 28-5. Looking at a little information here about these two teams. These are two teams that were here a year ago, Trent. Galen made it all the way to the finals. They were the runner-up last year. And for East Mills, they made their first ever state tournament appearance 1 year ago. And they're back for an encore this year. They bring back 3 starters. Galen brings back 5 from last year. So a lot of experience returning.
Two teams certainly with big expectations coming into the year and find themselves here. It's a 2-7 matchup, but it doesn't feel that way. That's what the seedings play out. But this is certainly going to be one I think that could be very, very compelling. But here's a crazy thing. No, we see a lot of red, a lot of blue. 2 teams with forest green in their color scheme. And that might be the biggest upset of the tournament.
Yeah, might be. Well, for East Mills, the Wolverines, record-setting year after making their first appearance in the state tournament last year. And as we said, 3 starters return this year. Alex Knopp averages 4.5 kills a set. She's the team leader in digs as well. Young sophomore Rachel Drake, second in kills, leads the squad in blocks. Junior Desiree Drake averaging 5 assists per set. Now, if you're wondering, East Mills High School, they're made up of the former Malvern and Nishna Valley school districts, and their 28 victories this year is a school record. So it's been a great year for East Mills. They hope to continue it with success here in the 1A quarterfinals. For Galen Catholic, as we said, they are the second-ranked team in the state. 5 starters back from last year's 1A state runner-up team. It's their 11th trip to the state tournament, 9th in the last 10 years. Katie Peters leads a strong senior class. She was a 1A all-tournament team member last year, leads the team in kills, went over 1,000 career kills this season, and is the school's career leader in that category. Junior Chloe Bunkers, also an all-tournament selection last year, leads the team in digs. Brooklyn Heisel, Caitlin Langle, Anna Britt, and Sydney Livermore also started last season for the Jays. They played a rugged schedule. All of their regular season losses came at the hands of larger ranked schools. So, yeah, you've got 2 teams with a lot of experience, a lot of talent. Obviously, East Mills kind of riding a high cloud coming in with a record-setting season, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes on top of this one. East Mills, as we said, 28-5. They come out of the corner conference where they were 3rd place at 5-2. They're coached by Connie Blank, 15 years coaching, 12 at East Mills, 173 career wins, 153 of those have come at East Mills, and a lot of those just in the last few years.
You mentioned East Mills, and we've seen teams that are, well-rounded. We've seen teams that are generated to one player. I don't know if there's another team that is more generated about one player than what East Mills is, and getting it to Alex Knopp. She has nearly 400 kills. As a team, they have 882. Almost half of the kills this season have come for her. If she gets going early, if they can continue to find different ways to get her involved, East Mills has a chance to pull an upset. But you know the game plan for Galen, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is to stop Alex Knopp. That is number one. Does East Mills have some other players that can step up? I think that's going to be a big key tonight.
You look at Galen Catholic, we talked about their rugged schedule, their losses this year. One of them to Kemper Catholic, who's the number 1 team in the state in 3A and has already moved on to the semifinals. Unity Christian, who is a highly ranked team in 2A. They are in the semifinals. Those are a couple of their regular season losses. They come out of the War Eagle Conference where they finished up 10-1 and were second place in the conference, coached by Mike Meyer. 39 years coaching this sport of volleyball, 13 at Galen Catholic, 484 career wins, 330 of those here at Galen Catholic. So it's going to be interesting, and if you're watching, it's going to be tough to tell these two teams apart because their uniforms are almost identical. They really are. Galen's got a little bit of yellow around the collar, and that's maybe a little bit lighter color green. About the only way you can tell them apart, Trent.
Yeah, black tops with the red stripes down the sleeves for East Mills, green tops with the gold around it for Galen Catholic. Both in black shorts, and, well, that's why I gave you this game.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little colorblind. I was thinking that East Mills had the green. I just saw the green stripe. Anyway, all right, we are set to go here, 1A quarterfinals. And the other 1A matchup going on right now on the other court is number 1, Janesville, against number 8, Gladbrook-Reinbeck, defending champions, Janesville. And then the two upcoming quarterfinals at 8 o'clock, the one you'll see here on court 2 will be number 3 seed Holy Trinity Catholic against number 6 seed Montezuma. And over on the far court to finish out the night, it'll be 4 seed Starmont and 5th seed Tripoli. So, here we go. It's the state tournament. Obviously, all teams are good here. You got the top 8 teams in each class that have advanced on to the state tournament. For East Mills, they got here with 3-0 sweeps of Griswold and Stanton in the regional tournament, then a 3-1 regional final win over East Mills. Galen Catholic swept their way to the state tournament over MMCRU, Harris Lake Park, and Westwood. So here we go. The experience coaching and the experience over the years here in this venue for Galen Catholic, will it pay off?
Connie Blank, the head coach of East Mills, bringing her second team. You mentioned this 2 consecutive years. Comes in with 173 career victories on the other side. An all-timer, Mike Meyer for Galen Catholic. 484 and 170 during his fine coaching career.
Very impressive. Sure, we'll go over the 500 mark next year. So Galen serves to start. Can't get that one to go down. Dug up. Galen looking to answer, and they do in the far corner. Nice placement on that one. All started with a nice defensive dig. Set him up offensively. And actually, no, that was out, wasn't it? It went wide.
Out of bounds.
Originally, Galen was celebrating, so I thought they hit the corner, but they did not.
Holds up the same one again, or goes to in Janesville?
Blocked at the net, and then landing out of bounds off the block there from East Mills. So that'll even it up 1-1.
One apiece, and nice steady start on both sides here.
Subs coming in. Server coming in off the bench for the libero. Subs are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Serving Iowa. The Wolverines return. Now the Jays going to work in the middle. And they're able to put that one down. That is Caitlin Langle, 5'8", senior middle hitter. 2-2 now. Early going here, set number 1. Libero back in to serve. Sub again brought to you by IMT Insurance. Back to the middle again. And Galen hammers it through with Katie Peters, a 6-foot senior middle hitter.
You can see the effort early on for Galen. Get it to the middle and trying to stay away from the outside blockers.
Here's the serve. And they find the back corner. East Mills thought it was going long, and it did not. An ace serve for Sydney Livermore. 4-2, Galen with the advantage. Push over at the middle. Push back over to East Mills. Wolverines return. Nice dig back row by the libero. Now they'll push it over from that 10-foot line. East Mills on the attack. Dug, retrieved. Good effort, but they're not going to clear the net there in 3 hits. So they'll get called for the 4, and the point goes to East Mills.
Well, how about the swing there from the libero, Chloe Bunkers? Gave it everything she had, the fist trying to get it back, just too far back there.
4-3, Galen leads it. East Mills gets the serve back. Nice hard swing and kill on the left side by Katie Peters. Her second kill early going here in set number 1. And it is 5-3 in favor of Galen Catholic. East Mills pushing it over. Not much of an attack there by Galen. They push it back over. Left side now for East Mills. Off the block, dug up. Attack from the left side of Galen, dug. Right side now for East Mills. Tap it over the block, dug in the back. To the middle again. Galen can't get it down. Back and forth we go, and that one's going to sail long. Rachel Drake, the sophomore, had too much on that one.
Each other, not a great communication there.
Nope. Early run here, 7-3 in set number 1 for Galen. East Mills needs an answer right here. Blocked. East Mills jumps away and have not seen the point awarded yet. They're checking with the line judge. She's going to come over and chat with the head official up on the chair. Have not awarded the point yet. That was right there on that line, just across the net, on East Mills' side. East Mills jumped away. They said it was out. We'll see what the officials decide here as they discuss it. And it does go in favor of East Mills.
Stem the momentum there for a moment.
7-4. East Mills trying to hang in early here in set number 1. They're the number 7 seed going against the number 2 seed, Galen Catholic. Quick set to the middle, and that one is down again by Katie Peters. They're setting her a lot. And as you said earlier, Trent, obviously the middle is where Galen wants to attack.
It's where they found the hole out there defensively, and they will continue to attack that. There's a reason Mike Myers won 484 matches.
Peters again. This time she's blocked. Nice net presence there by Rachel Drake of East Mills.
And Drake this season, 80 blocks on the year. That's the area they've been going after. Finally, she gets her hand out.
8-5, Galen with the advantage. First set in this 1A quarterfinal. This time.
Wow, that's a lot. Whoever can hold serve right here probably is going to be the winner of this one.
And that one goes into the net. We're tied at 13 all.
So we didn't hold the serve.
You jinxed them, Lance.
First time I said that today.
Here's Gladbrook-Reinbeck serving a little mishandled there, that time by Kennedy Rieken. And the Rebels take the lead back, 14-13.
Back and forth, back and forth. This is more the type of game and competition we expected, not the blowout that was in game 1.
Bumped up, set outside for Thompson, goes cross court. It's back there. Now Thompson sets it back up, dropped over. Beautiful play. Grace Hovenga off the Alyssa Bangan assist. Julia Meister in for the Wildcats, your IMT insurance substitution.
5th tie in this game.
14 all, that drops in. Lickwig with the ace serve. Morgan, the libero, now cross court. Lickwig gets it. Oh, quick push by Bangan. Cross court handle, Lickwig. They're going to help. That's not going to be enough. And we'll be tied again at 15 all. Back in is Haley Berendez for the Rebels. Sari Keel back to serve. Rebels looking to take the lead back. 15 all in the second set. They trail 1-0. Bangan sets it. Cross court. Thompson, and Thompson hot the net. Yep. Thompson just nicked that net as she came away from that, and the official on the floor saw it and quickly blew the whistle. Keel will serve again. Now Rebels leading 16-15 here in the second set. Set outside, and that's long. Gabby Gergen. A little too much mustard on that one.
3 straight points now for Gladbrook, and they seem to score when she's serving.
Keel, yeah, she seems to be their driver there. Lickweg that time puts it up. Bengen. Now dropped in there by Bree Thompson.
Did you see the side spin on that one as it bounced away?
Yeah, when Janesville wants to score, that's who they look for. Number 2, Bree Thompson.
So we had both key players.
About 5 kills a set. She's up to 12 here in the first 2, so she's a little ahead of her average. I figured the math on that one. Cross court wide. And the only one that had a chance at that was Naomi Hoving on the bench there. And we're tied again at 17 all. How many ties is that now?
7.
Thompson serving right down in the middle, and it'll be an ace serve. And the Wildcats take the lead. Tighter match here. Neither team has been able to get more than, a couple points ahead. 3 is the largest lead. And they try to play that one. It'll be in the scorer's table, and Brenda's knew it. Didn't even going to try to dive in that one.
She'd have wiped out the scorer's table and probably gotten hurt.
Timeout, Gladbrook-Reinbeck. They want to try to slow it down here as they trail by 2 to Janesville. Down a set. We'll be back with more after this at the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls Sports Network. Janesville up 19-17 after the timeout by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Janesville took the first set 25-14. Bump up and dropped in there, but handled by Janesville. Now the hit is wide by Berendez. Spent a lot of time in Janesville, but also a lot of time in Grundy County over there by Gladbrook. Some of the blackest, darkest soil you ever want to get. And I know that from detasseling and walking through it when it's been wet. There's a long serve for Janesville.
And it's been wet there a little bit. The farmers are being able to get caught up and getting the crops in, though. That's good news.
So 2018 Rebels, and they're serving now to try to get back into this. Bumped up. They keep it alive, and Bengen will send it over. Set up outside. Brenda's tried to push it through, but it's blocked. Brenda's now slaps it over. Bengen sets it in the middle. Bree Thompson catches the corner on the left side. And it's 21-18 Janesville. And again, you cross the 20-point barrier first, and the team on the other side always has a little issue. Gabby Gergen to serve for the Wildcats. Handled by Morgan and Libero. They'll set it in the middle and into the block, but gets across there as Meister went up high, but came down off her arms, and it's a point for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. And is that Justina Eggers in with the IMT insurance substitution. And that one kept alive by Scarf. Now Lickweg sends it up and down for the kill.
Nice placement on that return.
Yeah.
Just out of reach of the Rebel.
22-19.
5th kill for her.
Meister back to serve. And off the hands of Libero up into the Janesville crowd. 23-19.
Big point there for Janesville. Now we got a timeout.
Timeout. by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. We'll take a break and be back with more after this in the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Dart Danielson, Lance Reno on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Janesville, 23-19 over Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Gabby Gergen, Julia Meister back to serve for the Wildcats. The Rebels trying to hold it off here as they trail 1-0. Cross court is long by Berendez.
Just not the mojo going right now for the Rebels.
Set point Wildcats looking to take a 2-0 set lead here. There's the serve. Goes deep, the libero gets it. Now they keep it alive, they'll push it across. Set up, back set. Good block at the net, but
in the
three
net.
Hits called, or in the net was number 3, they say,
right.
Grace Savinga. So they stay alive, they hold off one set point. And here's the serve. Lickwig, Bengen, Thompson sends it wide. 24-20.
Climbing back in it.
Second set point they've held off, the Rebels. Here's the Rebel serve. Set outside, Bingen off the hands for the winner. 25-21, the Wildcats go up 2-0 here, and the kill by Bingen, her 5th. And we'll take a break. Come back with the third set, and Gladbrook-Reinbeck needs one to stay alive here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Mid-American Energy Sports Network.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
At Fairway, we're all about fresh. Fresh ingredients, refreshingly low prices, and now, fresh new offerings store-wide. Come try our new convenient grab-and-go meal kits. Discover an even bigger selection of the brands you love. And see how we've updated our stores to make every shopping trip easier, faster, and fresher. Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
See the Gladbrook-Reinbeck fans there trying to cheer their team on as they're down 2-0 here against the 3-time defending state champion Janesville Wildcats. They went wire to wire number 1. And much closer there, Lance, in that last game as Gladbrook-Reinbeck up their kill percentage to 149, but Janesville at 333, so theirs dropped a little bit. As they serve, Lickwig gets it now over by Thompson. Set across. Keel. Lickwig got an arm on it, but goes off into the net, and the Rebels take a 1-0 lead here in the start of the third set.
And ironically, Gladbrook has gotten the first point in each of the sets we're playing. There's one into the net. Went a little bit lower than Haley Berendis wanted to have hit cross the net. 1-1, we're tied right now. Got to give credit to Dar. He is making it through the day after getting about 5 hours of sleep, driving back and forth, covering the elections last night.
Rieken on the serve, handled by Morgan to the barrel, now back over, and Keel to Lickwig. She keeps it alive. Thompson goes up high to Morgan, and across Keel. Set over to Thompson, and took a little something off that one. Now outside Keel will send it over. Janesville back up ahead, sets it over.
Good volley here.
Keel backs over. Now set outside and drops it in there. Bengen comes up as they switch it up a little bit, and Elisa Bengen gets kill number 6.
She's been very active for them, getting a lot of points as well.
Rieken serves to Morgan, the libero. Set outside. Keel pop drops it down. Sorry, Keel. Puts it in. She's got 15 now for the Rebels. She's been keeping them in there, and that one into the net, a service error by the Rebels.
As we said at the outset, however Keel went for Gladbrook and the young lady from Janesville, that would determine the outcome.
Bengen on the serve. Set. Handled by Janesville to Thompson again, and they're not going to stop that one. It's right through the block and out. Bree Thompson with kill number 14, trailing only Keel of Gladbrook-Reinbeck here, who has 15. Into the back row. Set outside. Keel goes up. It's blocked. Good block there by Grace Havenga. At the net, Wildcats up 5-2. Bengen back to serve. Outside for Keel. Wildcats gonna get it over. They do. Good dive dig by Lickwig, which now there's another one over, back up by Bengen, and just can't get it there.
She had the right idea, just came up the top of the net, got there and deflected that ball, or else it would have been a point.
I think Lickwig's in line for the Kruger Seeds dig of the match so far on that one, Lance. That kept that rally going. 6-2, Janesville serving, and that one's going to drop in for an ace.
They put on a run of 5 points here.
First ace served by Bengen. 7-2 Wildcats. They lead 2-0. That one in the middle again. They have trouble with it. Keel sends it to the back row. Bengen sets it over for Thompson. Blocked. Back over, and a good kill there. Finished by Jada Swamp.
The official almost pointed the wrong direction on that one.
And going back to serve for the Rebels, Rachel Cooley. And Lickwig sends it to Bengen to Thompson, handled by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Keel, cross court to Lickwig. Bengen sets it again. And that drops in. No, it's out. Out there. And Cooley will go back to serve.
Both coaches letting their kids just play right now instead of taking a timeout to try to get back to their
Bengen
game.
sets it back. Thompson just punches it over, and that's going to go into the scorer's table.
Who dropped it?
Lily Lickway back to serve. 8-4 Wildcats. They lead 2-0. Across to Keel. She pushes it through for the kill. And that's 16.
Rebels are hanging in there, staying within 3-4 points, not letting Janesville get on a big run right now.
Rican now over. Back set. Lickweg, Bingen. And then sent over to Morgan, the barrow outside. Lickweg handles that one. Bingen sets it over for Thompson, and she puts it down, and it's out wide. So a couple miss hits on the last couple here, Lance. Haven't seen that so far by Janesville, but Keel goes back to serve, now trailing by 2.
Give part of the credit to Gladbrook for the way they're set up defensively.
Yep. Defending it, and that one is off the block for the kill for Bree Thompson. And Bailey Hoff in for the Wildcats on the IMT insurance substitution. Bree Thompson will step back to serve. Set up. Lickweg handles it. Now they'll push it to the back row. Scramble to get it. Now they'll have to bump it over. And that will go long and out. Point Janesville. They're in the double digits at 10-6.
You were thinking the same thing I was. First one to 10, first one to 20.
Thompson with the serve. Drops in there. Morgan dives and digs it out. And that one goes long on the hit. And the Rebels get the point. 10-7 here. In is Rachel Scarf. The libero, Alyssa Morgan, will come out for your IMT insurance substitution. Visit imtins.com. Set outside, and Bailey Hoff can't finish that off, and it's 10-8 now. Rebels sliding back in here. Whitgreave serving. Now they'll have to bump it over. Keel sets it up. Bingen outside. Hoff hits it. Back over, and Lickweg to Bingen. Dumps it in there for the kill.
Rebels were expecting that one to be dumped right in near the net area, and it didn't go there.
Meister finishes that one off, and it's 11-8 Wildcats. Here in the third set, they lead 2-0. Outside is Berendez tried to finish that one. Now dumped back in there by Bingen. 6 kills now for Bingen. Or make that 7 for number 7.
That's a good number.
Wildcats serving 12-8. Set outside. Berendez goes long with it.
I'm surprised Coach Kelly hasn't taken it. She's going to take it now.
There she comes. Just as you said that. She was thinking the same thing. A 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Back with more after this in the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
See the Wildcat bench. I'm sorry, Rents, go ahead.
Leaders start at Central College in Pella, and stellar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Check it out. Learn how to be more than a spectator. www.central.edu.
And there's an ace serve by Gabby Gergen. And the Wildcats build a lead to 6. And that drops in front of Morgan. for another ace serve.
Confidence level right now for Janesville is up here. For Gladbrook-Reinbeck, it's almost on the floor.
Trying to solve this serve here by Gergen. And in almost into the bench. Can they get it over?
Nope.
Not quite. Point for Janesville. 16-8. They called the timeout, Coach Paula Kelly, but
6-0 run right here by Janesville.
Gabby Gergen serving the hot one. Now they get it up and into the net. And just frustration you see out of Gladbrook-Reinbeck. You thought they had the good set there. And it's 17-8. Set outside. Berendez finally puts it away. Haley Berendez for kill number 3.
It breaks a 7-point run by Janesville's Wildcats.
And it's 17-9. Serving is Denny Weber. Lickway goes deep to get that one, and they pump it over. Now set it outside, and that hit the antenna. As Justina Eggers tried to get it over, but it hit the antenna. And now coming in is Lily Nielsen for the Wildcats. She's a 5'3" senior. Defensive specialist here. 18-9 Wildcats serving, leading 2-0, trying to finish this off. Outside, Keel. Gergen, and that'll go long. Off the swing by Grace Hovinga.
Rebels are finally in double digits as far as their point total is concerned. That's got to make them a little bit happy, though they trail by 8 and have served.
Haley Berengas serving. Bumped up and cross court by Bree Thompson.
Nice.
And they finally saved that, keep it alive. Set up again and into the block. Lickway keeps it alive. Bingen drops it in there, and it's over. Bingen has that sneakiness at the net where she's able to just...
She's sneaky.
Yeah, sneak it into the hole there. And she's the daughter of a longtime friend.
There you go.
In Janesville. Here's the serve. Set outside. Keel. Lickway goes down to get that. And the kill is done by Bree Thompson.
Are you sensing Janesville sensing something here?
And I'm going to call that the Kruger Seeds dig of the match. That one by Lickway. As Rieken serves. Set up outside. Keel. Kept alive. Thompson will have to get it over and won't quite. Got a little cockeyed there on the sideline trying to go back over her shoulder. And the Rebels will stay alive here, 20-11.
Julia Meester into the lineup for Gladbrook-Reinbeck, replacing the libero.
Scarf serves, handled by Thompson. Outside, they'll have to get it over. Hovinga does. Now set it a pushover. Handled back there. Hovinga drops it over the top. The 5'5" senior dumps it in, and it's 21-11. Wildcats with a 10-point lead and a timeout by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. We'll take a break and be back after this on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here on the Mid-American Energy Girls High School Sports Network, Dar Danielson, Lance Reno, and again the Kruger Seeds dig of the match. Lily Lickway for that last one there. She had a couple others, too, she's been able to dig out, Lance, but she's not only digging them, but she can serve them pretty well. She's had a couple strings of serves here that have kept the Wildcats going.
Good choice.
They're at 21-11 here in the third set, leading 2-0. Bumped up, set outside for Keel. Handled by Bengen. Now dropped in by Bree Thompson. Outside for Keel again. She goes cross court, but it's wide. And a net violation anyway. And it's 22-11, Wildcats. And in comes Kennedy Eastman. Shelly Sorensen getting a few other players in here. With the match, the set well in hand. And that one drops in for an ace. Bengen, her second ace serve.
Momentum definitely on Janesville's side.
2 points away from closing this out and advancing to the semifinals for the fourth straight year.
Gladbrook was able to get to within 10-8. Since that point, Janesville's pulled away.
Blocked there by Hovenga, and then over, and it's out. And don't count out the Rebels yet. Rachel Cooley comes in on an IMT insurance substitution. You can be worry-free with IMT.
See if she can serve Gladbrook back into this one.
Into the middle, Lichtweg. Bumped up and now over. They set it outside, a little close to the net, but they get it over. Now back over for Bree Thompson. Handled by the libero. They got room, enough room, and now over by the libero, Morgan. Into the middle and long. And point to the Rebels. They've cut it down to 10. Rachel Cooley, the 5'7" senior, back to serve. Set up. Bree Thompson puts it home. Set point, match point for the Wildcats.
That kill set it up for the set point serve and match. A lot of velocity on that. Shows a good spot. Couldn't be returned by the Rebels.
Here's Lichtweg, and that'll do it. The Wildcats win it in straight sets. 25-14, 25-21, 25-13. Give Gladbrook-Reinbeck credit, their first time here in 30 years. That second set, Lance, was really the key. They could have got over the top there maybe against this Wildcat team, but unable to push it over the top there.
They had the lead 17-16, and from there on, Janesville had the lead, and they would not give it up. Anytime you win over 25 games, that's a very good season, particularly at cap it off. You get a chance to play in the state tournament. Win or lose, you're going to remember we got to state.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap up this 1A semifinal or quarterfinal here after this on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Nice handoff.
The Iowa Girls High School Sports Network on Mid-America, brought to you by Mid-American Energy, Dar Danielson, Lance Reno. The Wildcats go to 44-5, advance to the semifinals tomorrow night at 6 o'clock right here on Court 1 as they continue their quest for title number 4 in a row. The Wildcats' .258 attack percentage. Gladbrook-Reinbeck fell off a little bit in that last game. But looking at it there, kills 20 for Bree Thompson for the Wildcats to lead them. 17 for Keel for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. But Lance, that second set kind of did it as they were able to take control of that, and it was 25-21, but unable to finish it out there. And Big task to knock off the defending champions, but they give it a good run.
Janesville saw Gladbrook-Reinbeck in game 1 open up a 6-0 lead. Then they came back. Then they went on a run of their own to go from being down 8-2 to being up 11-8. And that maybe planted a seed of doubt in the mind of the Gladbrook-Reinbeck players. And Janesville was able to keep their momentum going and come through and win. But congratulations to the Rebels. Nice season.
Yeah, good season here. They finish up at 28-10.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Back to the state tournament. You always build on that when you get here for the next year. Well, the Wildcat fans will be heading back down the interstate tomorrow night to see their team in the semifinals once again. Next semifinal coming up in 1A will be Starmont and Tripola. That's coming up here at 8 o'clock here on Court 1. That's going to wrap it up for this one. The final here, Janesville wins in straight sets, 3-0 over Gladbrook-Reinbeck on the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.